What's going on, guys? Simon here with the D2 Entertainment. I don't even know why we say that anymore, because now it's just me. This is me, Simon. Talking about some entertaining things. What's entertaining to me? Today, for those of you who've seen previously, we were on the hunt for the SNES Classic. And told everybody, what was going on. I've been hunting for this thing since it came out. Where I live, nobody had them. They were sold out the day they came out. Like everywhere else, of course. So I did all my hunting. I searched Amazon, eBay, the local retro gaming stores we have here in town. Nobody had them. GameStop didn't have them. I hate that phrase. But anyway, Walmart, Best Buy, nobody had them. Toys R Us, they'd get them, be sold out like that. Lucked up. We went to the GameStop, so I called out of a last-ditch effort. Checked one, they didn't have it. They looked. So now, let me show you. This is the SNES Classic. Literally the size of my hand. It has two ports, you can see, for two that look like old Wii controllers as far as how the plug is set up. Just one second. I've been playing it. Give me a second. Okay. And here's the controller. It's really... Sorry I'm in and out of frame. I didn't really have all this prepped up like I should have. Here is the controller. Classic Super Nintendo controller. Feels durable. It's a little bit, I want to say thinner, but you can tell the material's different, if that makes sense. That's me being a nitpick, but as far as all in all, the way it feels, the way the buttons push, great stuff, nicely done. Really, really nicely done considering what this is, which I'm not tech savvy, pardon me, as far as I can tell you exactly what this thing's running. All I know is it's a Raspberry Pi. This is the same thing they put in the NES Classic that everyone hacked. I don't want to say hacked, but they accessed. They accessed it, put more games on it, and that's great. If that's what you want to do, that's you. Now, with that being said, playing this, a lot of great games, a lot of called a classic. Super Mario World, Mario's Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Kart, Super Metroid, Kirby Dream, 2 Kirby games, Contra 3, Secret of Mana, Super Mario RPG, Star Fox 1, Star Fox 2, and I think Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and Super Castlevania. I think that's every game. I don't have it memorized, and I know somebody, if I'm wrong, correct me. But those are the games. Oh, Super Punch-Out, by the way. Ha! Knew I was going to forget one. These are the games that are on here. F-Zero, F1 Racing, too. See, I'm remembering Super Street Fighter 2. See, I'm remembering stuff as it comes along, but hitting ahead too many times. You go through, and these games are nicely, the screen's nice. I don't have the cool tech stuff to show you screenshots like some people do. I'm just going to have to tell you. Great looking screen. Just easy to navigate. Game's easy. You can actually pause them in the game, and if you restart, you can go back to where you were. It's the way it's like a flashback feature or whatever. Every game loved it. That wasn't a fan of the Kirby games. I don't understand them. I don't know. There was a couple games I didn't really get or understand why it was on there. Basically, the 2 Kirby games made no sense to me. Now, I'm not a fan of that genre, that game franchise, so that's my opinion. I think with what they could have put on here, there was a lot of stuff that they could have put. I would have personally loved to see more sports games. You had NBA Jam, you had the Madden franchise that was on the Super Nintendo. The NCAA stuff that they were trying to do at the time. Um, like I said, just like basically NBA Jam. That was the one. That was the one sports game that at that time stood out. This is when the arcade ports were coming in, and they were putting them on cartridges for our cards for these systems. I mean, that's what made it very intriguing that you can go in the arcade, drop a couple quarters in, or spend a bunch of money and go to your buddy's house who happen to spend that money and get it, and they're playing at the house. It's just more fighting, 2-player fighting games. I mean, Super Street Fighter, yeah, it's great, but they had like Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 2, I think Mortal Kombat 3 as well. I'm not sure if Ultimate 3 came. Yeah, I think Ultimate 3 came on the Super Nintendo as well. I mean, just a lot of other. I mean, I understand with the violence and the blood and guts, but I don't know. The two big sellers, I think, for this was the Star Fox 2, which never got released for the Super Nintendo. It actually was canceled at the last minute. If I'm wrong, please somebody correct. I think it was canceled at the last minute as they were going into final production or whatever, and then they started focusing their attention to the new Nintendo 64 they had coming out. So they pushed it there, but this game was totally different. Here's the catch. If you never played Star Fox like me, but you've seen people play it, and you've always wanted to, but never really got it, you got to beat the first level to even unlock this thing. And I suck at flight sims. End of story. So I'll probably never get to play Star Fox 2. Somebody tell me if it's any good. And Super Mario RPG. That was the... Oh, and there was also Final Fantasy 3, which was actually Final Fantasy 6 in the genre on this as well. So yeah, I remember things. But like I said, that was the game for me that was my selling point, to me. Because anybody that ever played it or had seen it, the only way to describe it is the Final Fantasy franchise, like Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 7, as far as the battle setup and everything. Hit the enemy, turn, go around, do this, that, and the other. And yes, I'm aware of that. Sorry, my phone was telling me to hurry the hell up. That was the sell point for me, to basically put Mario in this Final Fantasy franchise. Beautiful graphics, great story. I'm still playing. I never actually beat it. So I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up, and great stuff. That's the game to me that if you can get one, get your hands on it, or if you can find a cart of it somewhere, you're gonna pay bucks for it. But if you can find the ROM for it, just play that game. But like I said, there was so many other games. There's a lot of other games I think that they could have put on there, and everybody's gonna have their choice of I wanted this on it. You should have had this on it. Everybody has their thing, but I think these were the games they put on here. I think that they were the ones that, as a collective whole, everybody can agree and go, these were fun games when we played them. I'm glad I'm able to play them again. Or some like me, never played them before. Hey, this is pretty cool. Let's check it out. So it could also, with the kids, it could open up to a whole other thing there, family game night and all that good hoopla. But that's basically it, guys. I mean, if you can find one, scoop it up. They're great to have, just to play for collectors, and they're well done. Like the NES Classic, well made, well done, good stuff. They even make wireless controllers for this one that actually work, because you get a short little range. It's like the old core. You don't have much room here. So they have some things that they can still aftermarket a little bit, like I said, with those wireless controllers. Find one and get one. I mean, if you know somebody that's got, just go, or if you download all the damn ROMs. I mean, everybody knows how to do that crap. No, I don't, but I had it done for me. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, these are games that I'm gonna catch hell for that. But a lot of these are games that I played as a kid that I can't find, so I got them now to play. Introducing my kids to old school Mario, they love it. It's kind of funny to watch them fight over, who's Mario and who's Luigi, but that's a whole other thing. So if you can find one of these, get it. Great little thing to put on your shelf. I mean, and to play, of course. So, if you have one, if you've played one, Tell me what your thoughts. If there's any games on there you guys really liked, or games you thought you'd like to see on there, put them in the comments below. Let us know. I mean, tell everybody your opinion, because you never know. They got the Super Nintendo Class 64 coming up, from what I'm hearing. I want to do more research on that, and if it's, I'll give you what I find out. A lot of, this is they're moving on with these classic genres. Like they had the Sega Classic Try, that kind of flopped. I've seen it. I never actually got it, but there's a bunch of games I remembered and some I never heard of. But I hadn't got one of those yet. Still debating on it. It just makes you wonder, what are they going to do next? I mean, they have the Switch coming out. It's kind of having its own little issues with like memory and everything like that. But are they? I mean, are they trying to find a new crowd or bring the old crowd back in and go, hey, we got these things you liked. Look at the new toy. It could be that, or it could just be they're just trying to bring it back. Make a buck on what we grew up with, which is a smart move. I bought it, $80. Not bad at all, considering. Back then, 2 cartridges or 3 carts were $60 to $80, not counting the system and all that. So I mean, it's a good deal considering. But guys, I will see you next time. Like, subscribe, drop us a line, tell me what you think, man. See you guys next time.